Hello everyone, welcome to FOC Class 11. This video is part 10 of Java for Class 11 IT Code 802. First of all, let us have a look on the contents that we are going to study today. In today's video, we will be covering these three topics: displaying a message in a dialog box, adding more components to a form, using a text field component to display a message. So let us start. Starting with our first topic, displaying a message in a dialog box. So, to display a message on the click of the button, basically now we are going to design a form which will have the coding, and we will design the form in such a way that it will display a message whenever we are going to click on the button. So, this is the button and it will display a message after we click on it. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to create the form. We have already discussed the process of creating form, adding button to it. All these things we have discussed. Also, we have discussed how to change the text property of the button and other components also. So you can easily do it. So first of all, you have to create this form, and the form should look like this. Now, you have to switch to the source window and add the single line code. We have already discussed how do we go to the source window. We have to double click on the button, and after double clicking, it will automatically take us to the part of the coding where we have to do the coding of the button. So here we have double clicked the button and we have been taken to the part of coding where we have to write the code. Here we have added this single line code, as you can see here, and when we have entered, an error indicator and the error message cannot find symbol will be displayed. You can see here the error is being displayed. It is indicated by the symbol, and a few options are displayed here. So this error means that the JOption pane component is missing from our application. As you can see here, in the first part of the coding, we have written JOption pane, but in the form we have not added any such component. We have only added the button. So this is an error. Now how we are going to fix this error? To fix this error, we need to add this component. So we are going to add the component to fix the error. And for this, we will select the first option. This is add import for javax.swing.jOption pane. When you will take cursor to this symbol, after that you will be displayed with these options when you press Alt Enter. So you can select the first option from here. Let us see. You can see there is a statement written at the top, import javax.swing.jOption pane. So basically this statement is the only requirement to rectify or to fix the error that we had committed here in the coding. Now you can clearly see there is no error in the coding and it is not displaying any error symbol also. So this means that our error has been fixed and there is no error in the coding. Here is our output. This is the output of the coding, and here you can see it is written JOption pane message, means it will display the message when we will click on wish me button. So when we have clicked on wish me button, then it is displaying wishing you a great day, and when we click on OK, then it gets closed. So this was the output of the application that we had just made. Now let us proceed to our next topic, which is adding more components to a form. Now we have to design an application with three separate buttons and display a different message on the click of all the three buttons. Basically, here we are going to design an application that will have more than one component. Till now we were having only one button in our form, wish me, and it was displaying some message. Now we are going to add more components, and that too of the same type. So for this purpose, we have to add 3 buttons, and we have to do the coding in such a way that whenever we are going to click either of them, then a different message is being displayed on the click of the 3 buttons. So first step is add a new form. As we always do, first of all, we have to add a new form. Then we have to add 3 buttons on the newly created form. How do we add the buttons? We have to drag and drop these buttons from the swing control tab. And then we have to complete the control design. Now change the properties and use the resize handle to make the form appear exactly as shown. Basically, in the previous slide, we had the form which was not properly arranged, and here we have arranged all the components in a proper manner, and also we have changed the display text of these 3 buttons. The first button as morning, the second button as evening, and third button text as stop. So we have also used the resize handle so that the buttons can appear in a proper manner. So double click on each of the 3 buttons one by one and keep on adding the relevant code for each one of them. We have discussed the coding in detail, that how to do coding of buttons. So we are not going to tell each and every step. We are directly going to the coding. If you are confused with how to do the coding of button, then you can refer to the previous videos. Here we are going to double click each of these buttons and go to their coding and start the coding. So here you can see we have done the coding of first button, and it will show the message good morning. In the second button, it will show the message good evening, and in the third button, it will not show any message. Instead, it will exit the application. As we had learned in our previous videos that this statement system.exit, this is used to exit the application, to exit from the application. So here we have done the 3 coding. Also, I have already added that statement at the top to import the J option pane component, and due to this there is no error symbol and our coding is absolutely right. Now let us see the output. So here is our output. We have the 3 buttons and we will be displayed with different messages whenever we will click on them. All we are going to use the morning button. We will click on the morning button and then we will be displayed with the message good morning. Then we are going to click on the evening button and then we are being displayed with the message good evening. And when we have clicked on the stop button, then we have been exited from the application because we had used the statement system.exit. So we have been exited from the application. So this was the use of the 3 buttons, their coding. We have seen the output also. Now let us proceed to our next topic, using a text field component to display a message. Basically till now we were not using any text field. We were using the J button, J option pane, all these components we were using, and now we are going to use a new component, that is text field. Already we have discussed about text field, we have also used it, but again we are going to see it. So it will also be a good revision for us. Here you can see the 3 buttons are the same, only the difference is that we have added 2 different text fields. And why have we added it? Because sometimes we do not want that a message should be displayed in form of the J option pane, but that should be displayed in the text field. So for this purpose, sometimes we use the J text field. So here we are going to see how to use them, how to do their coding, and how will the output will be displayed in them. So let us see. First of all, let us see the coding. Now, as we had already discussed that whenever we are going to double click on the button, then we will be taken to the specific coding part where we have to do our coding. So when we click on that button, we have been taken to the coding. First of all, let us see the coding of button 1, which was morning. So when we click on morning, we want that a text should be displayed, which is good morning, and that too it should be displayed in text field. So we are going to use the coding for a text field. Let us see how do we do it. First of all, we have to write the name of the text field. As you might know, or it might be new to you, that whenever we add any component in Java form, then Java automatically gives name to them. Like if it is button, it will give name like JButton1, JButton2, and if it is text field, then the name will be given like JTextField1, JTextField2. So this is how naming is done. So first of all, we have to write the name of the text field. It is JTextField1. And then we have to write dot set text and then in bracket the text which is to be displayed. Set text is a method here which we use to display the text. We will be discussing about it. First of all, I would like to mention here that you can also edit this name. If you find this name too long to type, you can also make it such a name which is useful for you. For example, you can edit this name as morning text field or morning TF or MTF. Whatever name you want, you can give to it so that it might be easy for you to type, to do the coding, and to remember that what name you have given to it. Also, it is a good practice to make this name useful. For example, if you do the coding like of the first text, this text field as MTF and this text field as ETF, so you can remember that MTF stands for morning text field and ETF stands for evening text field. So it will be easy for you to remember. So this is how you should be practicing naming the various components so that you can remember their names while coding, because it will be easy for you. So we have discussed about it. The coding of second button, which is for evening, it is also the same. And in the third button, the coding is same, system.exit, because the stop button is going to perform the same action. It will give exit from the application. Now let us see the output. So here is our output. Here we have been displayed with the 3 buttons, and here is the text field. Now let us see how does it work. We are going to click on morning, then we are going to display the message good morning in the first text field, and when we are going to click on evening, then we are going to display the second message good evening in the second text field. And you can also see the first message has not been erased because we had not given any such command. So both the message are displayed because first of all we had clicked on morning button and then on evening button. And when we will click on stop button, it will as usual exit from the application. Now, let us discuss about setText method. We have already discussed about this method in detail in our beginning videos when we had just started Java. Let us revise it again. Why is it used? It is used to change the display text of a component during runtime. Means when we are going to run the application, then the display text of the component is changed, and for this we have to use the setText method. Means, as if we take the example that we had just used, in that example, when we clicked on morning button, then the text was displayed in the first text field as good morning. So it was how the display text was changed during runtime. And what are the components on which we can apply this setText method? Like label, text field, or button. And many more components are there on which we can use the setText method. What is the syntax? First of all, we have to write the component name as we had written in the previous example, jtext field 1. So it was the name of that component. Then dot and then set text. You have to take care of the capital letter and small letter because this set text is to be written as it is, means S small, E small, T small, and then this T of text will be capital and the rest of it again small. This is very important. You should not make any mistake. If you do, then it will show error to you. After it, you have to provide with the text that you have to write. Basically, here we have written text. It means that it is the display text which will be shown for the mentioned component. Means when we are going to click on the button and it will take the action, then basically what will happen, this text will be displayed. So this is the text that we want to be displayed. Thank you. That was all for today. I hope this video was helpful for you. We'll meet you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye.